Hi, Tom here from GembaDocs, and today we're going to look at the pros and cons of using video versus GembaDocs for documenting your SOPs. So first of all, let's talk about pure video. Well, if we're using screen recording devices, it's obviously fast and easy to create your process. You just record it while you're doing it. That's really where the advantages end, because all our disadvantages are for the end user and for making the document living and breathing for the life. So the first advantage of GembaDocs, whilst it's slower to create the initial SOP, it's so much easier to make improvements and change the SOP. So for this document here, I was just onboarding my son into the business this week, and we saw two improvements while I was taking him through the SOP. We found a better way of identifying new subscribers. So we were able to go in here and insert a new step. And again, while I was training him up, I was able to say, oh, I use Control H to look for duplicates, and it wasn't in the SOP. So he was handwriting it down to take a note of that. And I said, no, let's just update the SOP so it's done forever. And it literally takes less than a minute. So if on a video, you'd have to re-record the video, and that's such a barrier to improvement because people just don't want to do that. So they leave the video as it is and it becomes obsolete, or the process doesn't get improved. So this is, for me, a huge benefit of using GembaDocs versus a pure video. Number two is if we want to follow a process using video. So say it's a long process, 10 or 15 minutes. As you're going through the steps, you have to stop, start, pause. It's really super clunky. Where GembaDocs is a static document step by step, it's much easier to follow than the video will be. So it's much easier to follow. Let's emphasize that's the second benefit. The third benefit is as I learn that process and I'm using the SOP, so for example, back to this process, each day when I'm carrying out that process, I need the SOP less and less. So if that's a video, I'm constantly having to play with the length of the video, stop, starts, etc. It's a real barrier towards wanting to use it. Where with the SOP, step by step like this, step one, I know that already. I just need help with step four. I'll skip to step six. You can taper off how much you need the SOP versus your level of competence as your competence improves. So hopefully that's a good summary of why GembaDocs is much better than a video. But I will say it's not evident to the first user. So I've been doing this for 3 years, and it's taken me this long to realize this is where the real benefits are. So you might want to share this with your team. And I should also say we have video in GembaDocs, so we support up to 1 minute long video steps, which you can capture with your screen recording device on a Windows PC. Windows 11 has a great clipping tool app that you can use for that. So there is a time and a place for it, but overall, the step-by-step approach is way better.